Hey all, it is Pro Seraph.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I'm actually doing this for a class, so even though my YouTube address is rzmadron, I'm actually doing this for a class. My real summoner name is Pro Seraph. But basically, what we're trying to do today is see, well, how well can I teach a team, me personally, teach a team of people who have never played League of Legends before to work as a team. So,
30 seconds until
this is perhaps
minions
one of the most important questions of this project is, well, how does teamwork grow, etc., etc. I am kind of sad because, you know, the new LOL replay thing is coming out, where you, like the new spectator mode, and it's coming out after this, which really, really pisses me off, but anyways, whatever. So anyways, Trennis Fanaticus is Marcus Lacey.
Minions have spawned.
This TIE is Andrew. Malera is Manuel. Ryan is Give Me All Your Base, and Jacob is Fresh to Death. So basically, this is the test trial game. Just like this is my test trial cast deck. Anyways, Marcus and Andrew had just finished the tutorial at this point. They are actually facing bots right now. In the next 2 games, they will be fighting real people. But as we can already see, Marcus is off to a bad start. This is actually very indicative of newer players. And basically what we're trying to see is, well, this. This is CS. This is kill-death assist ratio. And there goes Andrew. I'm just going to call them by the character names, by the way. And this is all from Marcus's point of view, or Terex. But anyways, so what... And there goes Urgot. So, this is how new players usually play. They are just as good as the bots, if not worse. And, interestingly enough, their CS, which is creep score, or how many minions, so how many of these little dudes on the enemy team they've killed, are dead. So yeah. If you notice, this is the items screen. Everybody has bought items except for Andrew. Well, this is because he's new to the game. And, like I said, I'm pretty sure he just played the tutorial up until this point. And now he's saying, retreat, retreat, retreat. And there they go. So, and there goes Marcus again.
Enemy rampage.
So this is not looking good for Team ASU. Well, I mean, this is their first game. This is their first game all playing together, all of them. The only one who's actually doing relatively well are Manuel and Jacob. But that's because they've actually played this game prior to. Manuel's about level 12 right now, and Jacob's about level 9 in this replay. So, obviously, you can see their, how much they have played is actually indicative of their playstyle right now. Marcus is just following straight up, maxing everything equally in terms of skills. I can't tell what master he is doing. And there he goes dying again. So luckily these aren't intermediate bots. If these were intermediate bots, they would be completely and utterly destroyed at this point because of how many kills they're behind. But it's interesting to note how well these bots actually work with beginning players. Now, you might be saying, oh, this is kind of stupid, they're just playing for the first time kind of thing. Well, I don't know, I think it's kind of interesting that they work so well together. Like, beginner bots versus these guys. And even Manuel, who has been playing for a while, is still on par with Morgana in terms of CS. That's crazy. He's at least level 15 by now, so he should have just a little bit better CS. He doesn't. So,
has been slain.
oh, yeah. Yeah, go Master Yi, he got his first kill. Now, I actually remember this game. I was actually here in the room talking to them while they were all playing. Most of these, this is the only replay that I actually think I'm there. So, well, Betty and John, this is what they are doing. They are trying to work as a team. And right now, we can barely see something that's very important. Barely any communication. The only thing that has actually been said is Andrew, and he's saying to be careful or fall back. And that's actually because he's, he didn't know what he was doing. He told me later on in the day. So, it's kind of interesting. And unfortunately, I wish I could see the bot's life, but I can't. So, they're making a lot of new mistakes. One, they're letting themselves get hit. Two, they're just standing in the middle of the lane. Three, they're not behind their minions. Which is actually very important in this game, because if they have more minions like that, their minions will turn on your champion and kill you. So, I guess for you, John and Betty, I best actually start with, well, what is this game all about? This game is all about destroying the enemy nexus. So, this right here is the enemy nexus. And you have to go through these towers in succession to kill it. These right here are called inhibitors. Once you kill these, the enemy team can start spawning super minions, which are super powerful and are crazy awesome. And can almost kill a champion by themselves at earlier levels. So, as you can see, top lane has lost their first turret. Now, this opens up a whole new slew of just ways to harass with getting down here. So now, another beginner mistake they're making is they're going off by themselves. I'm sorry, I'm going off a tangent here. So yeah, this is a Colt cast, okay? Just thought I'd put it out there. This is my first time casting, period. So, as we can see, they're making mistakes. They're going into V1. They full well know that they're going to V1 against bots that they know are better than them at this point. And as we can see, in terms of items, it's very interesting what they build, because the only one who actually seems to know what they're building is Manuel, because he actually took the time to go and look up a build for this character. This character he got himself. It's kind of crazy. So anyways, as you can see, you can tell that Manuel's played before. He can land his skill shots. He knows his combos. Whereas Marcus, he's still level 4, while everybody else is at least level 6 or 5. And down here, you can tell that they don't actually know how to use their characters to the best. Because right now, Jacob could be grabbing his mouth a hard lot. Ryan could be harassing more if he knew Urgot a little bit better. But that's also because they haven't played before. And it's very interesting that, like I said, these beginner bots fit so well. And this is one of the... And this is a good example of them not helping each other. Them not realizing what's going on on the map at this time. And I know that watching the minimap and actually knowing where your partner is and so on and so forth is a little bit more of a RTS kind of thing. But this also has a lot of RPG elements in mind, because it's more like a third-person RPG. So once again, Master Yi goes in, full head on, going to... And Marcus, because he does not know how to play his character, which is actually very indicative of his play, you can see that his score is 0, 5, and 1 with 6 CS. The people who are actually leading in CS at this point are Manuel and Ryan. And I actually find this interesting for Ryan, because he actually hasn't played as much, but he's actually has a semi-decent score. While the two top laners, the two people who have played the game least at this point, actually have the worst score. And you can actually tell just by the way that they're playing. See, Andrew got lost right there. interesting. So, well, does learning against bots make actually for a good tutorial for these people? Probably. You'll actually be able to see what it's like later, when they fight against real people. So,
Enemy killing spree. You have slain an enemy.
So, Marcus actually killed a person there. That's because the bot was actually fighting him underneath the tower, and the tower auto-targets. So, I guess, yeah. It's just interesting so far. How closely these guys, like, their beginnerness shows. Beginnerness is even a word. It shows. And, well, it would be interesting to actually see how far they're going to get from this point on. I really don't have much more to say. I mean, I'll talk more about logistics and whatnot once it gets closer to the end, in terms of CS and KDA ratio. I think for what I'm going to do for like the graphs and whatnot for showing improvement is KDA will be split up into kills give you 1 point, deaths give you negative